Hey love angels, it's your girl Shamika with For God's Glory. Welcome back to Winning Wednesday. Super excited to be bringing you guys some new inspiration this week. I know I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back. So we are going to be discussing a new topic. This one is 7 proven methods to be an effective soul winner. And this is coming from Dr. David Jeremiah's devotional magazine called Turning Point. And let's see. It starts off saying, Jesus told his disciples, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." This comes from Matthew 4:19. The implication is that if we are really following, we'll be fishing, soul winning. Jesus' last words were, "Go therefore and make disciples of all the nations." Matthew 28:19 makes me think of a song from the choir. The Christians in the New Testament went everywhere, preaching the word, Acts 8:4. How then can you and I be effective witnesses for him? The reason I'm even doing this topic is because, whenever I think of what I want to share with you all in regards to Winning Wednesday, I said, how does God look at winning? So I did a little research and this article popped up and God said, share this with the people. So that's what I'm doing, being obedient. So the first method to be an effective soul winner is ask God to give you an evangelistic burden for others. Ask him to help you see the world as he sees it and to lay upon your heart a handful of people for whom you can earnestly pray. Then pray over those names every day. Keep a little prayer list and pray for an opportunity of reaching these souls for Christ. An old song says, "Lord, lay some soul upon my heart and love that soul through me. And may I humbly do my part to win that soul to thee." I'm actually going to look into that song and I'll leave the link. I'm interested in hearing it myself. But this is a good one to start off with. And it's right on time because I know for me, like you pray, people say, "Oh, can you pray for me?" And you say, "Okay." I really make it my mission to write whoever's name down that I'm going to pray for, or actually to really keep my word and pray. Because, you can say, "Oh, I'll pray for you." But unfortunately, and I know this from even in my past, there may have been times that I said I'll pray for someone and I didn't. And I know people who say it all the time and they'll say, "Oh, I forgot." So I just really try to make it a habit. As soon as someone tells me something, someone's sick or someone needs prayer, I do it instantly. This way I don't forget. But if not, then I'll write their name down so that I can, pray for them when I'm doing my prayers. But even, for instance, yesterday, like the part that says, ask him to help you see the world as he sees it. Like sometimes we get so focused on what's going on in our lives. And I know, I forget who mentioned it in one of our sermons at church. I believe it was like last week. Or 2 weeks ago. We get so like caught up in our own lives. And, we should be taking time to pray for others, to pray for our world. Even for me, there were times when I wake up and I'm like, "Lord, please help me get through this, and please give me strength to do this, and please give me peace, please give me this." And these are things that I do pray on for myself, but I started to pray for my family, my friends, even those that I don't know. Like, it's not all about me. I'm like, "Lord, help me to be a blessing to someone. Like, put aside what I'm going through and help someone else out." And sometimes those are the best times. Like, I think I don't know if I mentioned it in this video. No, I did a testimony on my Facebook page and Instagram. There was a day I was really going through it. The devil was in my head and I was trying to fight my way through it. And I went to a restaurant. I can share this with you guys now. And I was getting out the car and this woman approached. And I thought she was going to kind of give me, like, she kind of gave me this look. So I thought she kind of had an attitude and I was just going to keep it moving. So she said, "You look really pretty today, miss." And she's like, "You going to church?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I just came from church." And then maybe she was trying to feel my energy. And then she asked if she can get $1 for food. And I couldn't just give her $1. I was like, "Where's the restaurant you want to go to?" And it was right across from where I was going. So I went in there and I bought her a meal and I gave her a few dollars to buy a meal for the evening. And she just cried and was like, "You're going to go to heaven and you are such a blessing. You're such an angel." She was just trying to get an extra chicken wing. That's why she wanted that extra $1. And the people there, they always give her food, but I guess they were kind of like hesitant on giving her that last wing. So that's all she wanted. And, it really touched my heart. And in that moment, everything that I was going through was like pointless, or it didn't even seem that important anymore. Not to say that, because one thing I've noticed is sometimes we go through things and then we hear about someone else going through something completely different, and we think that our issue isn't as important as someone else's. And it's not. Like, even if it's something as small as your car wouldn't start versus someone just lost a family member, your issue is big for you. So not to minimize, or I'm trying to think of a good word. Okay, let me just piggyback. So what I was going through was something huge for me. I've been dealing with some things, which I may discuss down the line with you all. It's in regards to soul ties. And it was just like eating at me that day in particular. It was just on my brain. It was just a lot going on. And sometimes you think like, oh, things could be a lot worse. You could be this, you can be that. So that's what I mean. Like, that was really big for me. But in that moment, giving her, helping her to get a meal was bigger than what I was going through in that moment. But it's not to say that what I'm going through isn't as important. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean. There's things we go through, and it may not seem like it's, like life-threatening, that kind of thing. So sorry if I'm a little with the wording today, but hopefully you guys are understanding me out there, So anyway, just to go back into what I was saying about praying for other people. So, yesterday I went up to the altar during our prayer session, and they said come to the altar if you're in need of prayer. And a lot of times when I would go up, it's about things that I'm going through, things I need God to help me through. But I went up there for a friend of mine who's going through some things with her family. And I literally just said, Lord, and I prayed just for them. I was like, Lord, it's not about me. I put me aside. And sorry, guys. Just trying to make sure I'm getting these thoughts together so you guys can understand. Because I know, sometimes you know what you mean, and then when you try to explain it, it comes off like weird. So I just want to make sure I'm wording this right. Not that we shouldn't pray for ourselves, but sometimes we do have to, at least in my opinion, put aside what we're going through and, really pray for someone else who's really going through something. And sometimes helping and praying for someone else can actually help you. Like, honestly, when I helped that woman, when I gave her the money for her food, it made me feel good. It was like, wow, you just helped someone have a meal for the day. And it makes you sometimes what you're going through is really huge and major. Sometimes you start to see it wasn't even that big to begin with when you really see what someone else is going through. But like I said before, not to say that what you're going through isn't as big, but it kind of puts things into perspective. So I'm really going to even make sure I'm doing this more. So as I encourage you guys to do this, I will be doing the same. So keeping a little prayer list. Maybe just sit back now and think about people in your life that are going through something. Like when I finish this with you guys, when I finish this video, I'm actually going to do my prayer list. And we'll start to make it a habit, not something I'm going to do like today and that's it. Just everyone that's been affected by the hurricanes and the earthquakes and, the shootings. It's just our world, as you all know. Nothing surprises me anymore, unfortunately. But, God is in control. Something we sang yesterday at church. He's intentional, never failing. All things are working for our good. 'Cause he's intentional, never failing. I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. And I can smile again, and I don't have to worry, 'cause it's working for me. It's working for you. It's working for you. All right, guys. Well, I hope you are encouraged and inspired by this message today. We have 6 more methods to go through, so stay tuned for next week. And make sure you tune in tomorrow for a Tasty Thursday. I have a special dessert I'm going to be making. I was going to say it, that's why I was like with my words just now, but I'm like, nah, let me let them be a little bit surprised. All right, I love you all, and see you all next time. For God's glory. God bless.